Randy.
Hi.
My name is Kayla Velarde. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you. So I just wanted to let you know that I am currently a student at Argosy University in the Master's in Clinical Psychology program, and I'm currently working under Dr. Tom Warwa. So before we get started, I would just like to go over the confidentiality limits, and then we can get started.
Perfect.
Okay, so great. Everything we discuss will be kept confidential except for the following exceptions. If I feel that you are a danger to yourself or others, sexual or physical abuse or neglect of a minor, a vulnerable adult, or an elder, if I am subpoenaed by the court, or if there is a threat to the life of the President of the United States. Can we agree to these?
Correct. Agreed. Sorry.
Great. And also I encourage you to ask questions throughout the session or if you have any concerns as well.
Sounds good.
Great. So it's been a few weeks since we last met, and I wanted to know how everything was going.
Things have been going pretty good lately. A lot of changes, so been feeling a lot better.
Good. And how so?
Well, the last time we met, we had talked about me searching out, looking for like a support group to help with me, getting out to meet new people and just feeling better about things. And I did that. I went online and I Googled some support groups in my area, and I found one, and I've been going the last couple of weeks, met some interesting people, been helping me understand things and make me feel better about, the days and how to just cope with things. And, I made a couple of new friends already there, and they've, a couple of them have asked me to join their intramural basketball league in the city here, so I'm debating if I should, do that or not yet, but so I've been getting out a little bit.
Wow, I'm really glad to hear that you took my advice and you joined the support group. It sounds like you really met some great people and you're able to relate to them, and I think it's great that they invited you to join their intramural team. So I don't know a whole lot about them, but I really urge you to join that. I think it would be a great way to meet other people outside of the support group who also share the same interest as you.
Yeah, I think I am gonna, at least check it out, but I am kind of on the fence about it, but I think I will look into it a little bit more.
Great, yeah, I think that would be really good for you. So what else has changed within the past few weeks?
Well, I got approval from work to take a couple weeks off for the holiday season here, and I'm gonna go down to California and spend a couple weeks with my family because I haven't seen them for a while.
Oh, that will be exciting. I'm glad to hear that. It sounds like that has really kind of made things easier. I can tell in the tone of your voice.
Yeah, I haven't seen them for over a year, and they weren't able to come up here last year for Christmas at all or holiday season because I had to work. And so it's kind of nice to know that I'm going to get some time off to go back home and just get back to see everybody and kind of go back to a little bit of an old routine with the warmer weather.
Yeah, I bet that would be hard not being able to spend time with your family after always spending holidays with them. Yeah,
it was a bit of a challenge last year, and this year I'm really looking forward to it.
Good, I'm really glad. And how long did you say you would be there?
A couple weeks, so I'm leaving the 12th of December and coming back just after New Year's, so.
Great. And is it just you that's going?
Yes and no. I also just got a puppy. So.
Wow, that's a big change.
Yes, it is. So he will be making the trip down there with me. So.
Wow. And what kind of dog?
I got a Great Dane puppy named Rubio.
Oh, from the basketball player?
Yes, I did.
Of course. Well, that's really exciting. It sounds like this puppy has kind of added a lot of excitement to your life as well.
Yeah, he has. He's a little rambunctious. He's a big cuddler. But it's made me feel a little bit more wanted and responsible at the same time. I feel like, having just been at home, not doing anything, just sitting there in the dark and just not having an upbeat home life. Having brought him in the last couple of weeks here, it's made things totally different, where I don't feel like I'm always alone. I always have somebody to kind of talk to, or just I know somebody's there. And, like I said, I think it's made me a little bit more responsible.
So it really sounds like getting this puppy has made you more responsible and, really fulfilled the void that now that you don't live with anyone, you do have another being with you. And, it seems like that has really made this change of season a lot easier.
Yeah, it has.
Good. So last time you had mentioned that you were drinking more, and I just wanted to touch base and see how that was going.
I have cut back on the drinking the last couple weeks here since I've gotten Rubio, just because I can't really pass out at like a 6, 7 o'clock in the evening because I have to take care of him, make sure he eats, he gets to go outside to go to the bathroom, and just that he's taken care of, and then I have to be able to get up early enough to take care of him.
Right.
And he's getting him has kind of pulled me away from the drinking. That I have to be more focused on him and other things in life that are more important. But I do find sometimes that drinking is a little bit easier to cope with things.
Yeah, well, I think it's great that your drinking has decreased because now you see that you have another responsibility to take on, and dogs are a lot of work. I have a few as well, so I can understand that they're a lot of work and takes a lot of responsibility. And, I admire that given your situation, you are still able to get a dog and take care of yourself and him as well. So, and you had mentioned that you think the drinking is a way to cope with it, and I'm going to disagree with you. It's not the best decision that that you could make for coping with your depressive symptoms. I would suggest joining a fitness center, getting some exercise, kind of taking you away from the house where you don't focus on your depression symptoms.
Okay. Yeah, I thought about joining a gym too, so.
Good. And did you just think about it, or kind of?
You always see the commercials on TV for like Snap Fitness and Anytime Fitness and these different things. So, and with the holiday season coming around, you're always eating a little bit more or something. So, it'd be kind of nice to maybe look into it a little bit more.
Right. Well, I think the gym is a good idea, and also if you feel that the gym isn't for you, another piece of advice that I would give you is to take Rubio to a dog park. So that way you also get to interact with people who have the same interests as you. They will share dogs, and also get Rubio to interact with other dogs as well.
That's a good idea. I'll look for some.
Good. So tell me what else is new. How is your job going?
Work is going okay. It's been pretty busy the last couple weeks here. Had a lot of deadlines I had to complete, so that was a bit of a strain. Just trying to, really focus on work, and at the same time trying to take care of Rubio. I don't want to just ignore him. So when I'm at home, I'm trying to do my work and take care of him at the same time. So that's a bit of a challenge.
Right, yeah, I think it is hard to find that happy medium between work and then also balancing a dog as well. I think many people face the same issue. So one thing that I did want to bring up is that it has, daylight savings time did occur since the last time we met, so as you know, it's getting darker earlier, and I wanted to see how your body was adjusting to that.
Actually, I feel like the daylight savings change has made me feel a little bit better, because when I leave early in the mornings now, it's not as dark out as it used to be. So, it's having the sun coming up or being up already. It kind of starts my day off on a good note, where I'm not just getting up in the dark and the cold. It's the sun, even though it might be a little cold out, the sun makes me feel a little bit better. And then it's just in the evenings, come home from work late and it's like pitch black out. That's not really fun to be driving home in traffic and it's dark out and you're just kind of like, I want to go home, and you feel tired. It's though in the morning it's great. In the evening it's kind of like,
So,
oh no, that's it.
so it sounds like this has benefited you in the morning because it's easier to get up. The sunlight is showing, kind of feel better about yourself on your way to work. However, there is a downside since it is dark outside when you are driving home and it's 5:30, 6 o'clock at night.
Yeah, you can say that. It's just, but I think with it, unlike before when I was going to work and it was really dark out, I was starting off on a bad note and it kind of just carried through. While now I have a little bit more of an upbeat attitude in the mornings, so that carries through the day.
Good, I'm really glad to hear that. And, I agree with you. It is hard to drive home at night when it's dark outside at 5:30 or 6. So it is a big adjustment, and especially with it being cold outside.
Mm-hmm.
Well, good. I'm really glad that, you kind of have a better outlook on the day when you wake up in the morning. That's really good to hear. And I know last time you said you didn't really talk to your family a whole lot about your depression, and I wasn't sure if any of that has changed since you'll be seeing them sometime soon.
I haven't talked to them really about it over the phone. I was kind of waiting to get down there to talk to my mom and maybe my sister about it face to face, just because I just feel like it would be better to do that rather than just doing it over the phone.
Right.
So.
I wonder how they would react to your depression.
I don't know. It's hard to say. They know I'm not the happiest up here, but in these small changes I've made, hopefully it makes things better. So.
Can you tell me how you would maybe bring up the subject to your family?
Probably just wait till just sitting around talking or something and just kind of casually bring it up that how I've been feeling, or maybe if somebody asks me how I've been feeling, I might bring it up then, but I really don't want everybody to know, so it kind of depends on the situation. So.
Yeah, I can respect that. It's something you don't really want to share with a whole lot of people.
Yeah.
Well, good. I'm glad to hear that. What plans do you have while you are in LA?
Well, I'm taking Rubio down there, so he'll spend some time with him and the family. Maybe just do a little shopping, going to the beach.
Beach is always nice.
Yes, it is. I don't know, just kind of relax and spend time with everybody. Watch some basketball games. Just kind of take it all back in.
Good. That will be a lot of fun. You're going to see your friends as well.
Yeah, a couple of them said they're coming back home for the holidays, so if they're around.
You must be excited to go home and see all of your friends who you haven't seen for a while.
Yeah, I am actually. I just kind of left everything behind back there and had to come up here, so it's kind of going back to seeing everything I'm used to and enjoying it.
So, going back to work, have you talked to anyone about transferring, or?
I've been looking for positions back in California through the company, and nothing has really come up that interests me to transfer back yet. So I'm still looking, and as soon as I find something, I'm going to bring it up right away. So.
Okay. You think you would definitely move back to California?
Yeah. If the opportunity arose and I was able to, I would definitely head back, pack up Rubio and everything, and head back south or west side.
Well, I really admire you for taking a big step and, really biting the bullet and moving to Minnesota. And even though, given your symptoms, you still managed to push through and go through each day and kind of do the routine.
Thank you.
Do you have any future plans for the new year?
Future plans. I think more just kind of just following through with the things we've talked about, keeping a open mind, upbeat attitude, trying new things, kind of just staying on the positive track for things. So.
Good. I'm really glad to hear that that's what your plans are, just to follow through. So, as you know, you have tried out the support group, and I'm not sure if you've done any other research or talked to the other individuals in group about their ways of coping with depression.
Yes, and there's a couple of things I wanted to ask you about that too. I've heard some people trying different types of therapies, like we're doing like the counseling therapy here. Some of them have talked about medication. I don't know if there's any other medications out there I could try or work with.
Well, I actually prefer to try other alternative treatments before medications,
Okay.
and I am not authorized to prescribe medications. However, I can reference you to somebody who is prescribed if you feel that that is what you need at one time.
Okay. Yeah, that's they trying different things, and a lot of people there said they've tried the SAD lamp, which you suggested as well, and I looked into it and tried it. All it did was make me really warm, so I didn't really want to continue using it.
That's a good idea then.
Yes.
It wasn't working.
So, but just talking to them, and I think we've all just kind of found a way to help each other out a little bit.
Good. It must be comforting being able to talk to people and openly share your depression symptoms, knowing they won't judge you.
Yeah, it was a little tough at first, just trying to open up to some people, but it made me feel a lot better knowing that. So.
Good. I'm really glad. So if I were to hear you today, what would your ideal day look like?
Probably give me that transfer and let me go back home. That'd be the big thing for me, I feel like. But when you say that, I just wonder, it's like, how long until I start feeling like 100% better?
Well, it's a really good question, and I know a lot of people have that concern, but it really depends on the person and how much they follow through with, their plans. So whether it's finding a support group or trying the SAD lab, so it really depends on the type of person. But I think the approach that you have right now is really well, and I wasn't concerned about time-wise. I think as long as you're doing the right things, you're going out and meeting people, I think that's really admirable of you.
Okay.
So anyway, we only have a couple minutes left, but I just wanted to kind of go over everything that we have talked about.
Yeah.
So it sounds like you really made a lot of changes with getting the dog and meeting new people from your support group, and also this future trip to LA that you have planned, and it sounds like that's really made the seasonal change a lot easier than it has in the past. And, again, I really encourage you to go out and join the intramural basketball team. I think it's a great way to meet new people who have other interests, and if that you feel isn't the best fit for you, there's always the gym or the dog park too, where you can also interact with other people. And, you also mentioned that Rubio really fulfills that void that there's not other people living with you, which is really great to see. I can see a huge change in your attitude from even just a few weeks ago. And I think that getting a dog has also decreased your drinking from what you tell me, which is also a great sign as well, because it means that you have other responsibilities to take on. And I think going to California and sharing your depressive symptoms with your family will be very beneficial. I think that it will help you guys grow closer and maybe have a closer bond, given that you are in separate states. So, I really encourage you to keep doing what you're doing. It sounds like this daylight savings time has really increased your attitude in the morning. However, it is still somewhat difficult in the evenings, but you seem to be managing through the day, and I give you a lot of credit for having a positive attitude, given that it is hard to drive home at night. So, and obviously, keep your eye out, since it seems like you really want to move back to LA, but for now, I think you have made a lot of improvements from even just a few weeks ago. Do you have any other questions for me?
No, I think we're good. We've talked about everything.
Well, good. Randy, I think the next time we'll meet will probably be after you get back from your trip, so I really look forward to meeting with you then.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thanks.